Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining today. We'll give it a minute for people to file in. While you are joining, please let us know where you're joining from, just so we have an idea.
Hello, everyone. While you're putting down where you're from, also indicate a little bit of your educational background so we know the target of the audience. We want to make sure if you're ready to start the doctoral tomorrow, we'll get you in there.
Okay, so while a few more people are joining, I will go ahead and get us started. My name is Troy Jenkins. I'm the Director of Enrollment Management here at ACHS. I will be working a little bit in the background today with our marketing manager, Gina Schneps, who we will be sort of watching after the technical stuff in the background, pulling the levers and things. So if you have any issues with the feed, please let us know in the chat so we can try to help out. But for today's webinar, we will be taking a closer look at our newest program edition, which is the Doctor of Science in Integrative Health, and how specifically that is bridging the gap and filling a need in the world of holistic health education. As integrative health continues to grow and become more and more sought out by consumers who are looking for an alternative or complementary option to traditional medicine, there is a growing need for more qualified and credentialed professionals in the field. So the DSC here at ACHS was designed to be that terminal degree in this field and help prepare graduates to do a number of things, which we'll hear about today, from analyzing research, designing integrative health protocols, organizing the community, publishing content, teaching at the highest level. So those are just a few things that we'll cover. Today, we'll hear from several of our program deans who have worked to bring this much needed degree to life and how it's intended to benefit our students and the community that it touches. So just a couple of things before we get started. In the chat, we definitely want to hear from you. Your line has been muted, so we keep top level sound quality for the recording, but we do want to hear your questions. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. Just make sure at the bottom of the chat menu, you have your to menu set to everyone so that we can all see and respond to you in the group. If you have it set to host and panelists, it will just come to us and you'll be the only one to see the response. So if you could switch that to everyone, that would be great. Without further ado, I'm going to pass it to Dr. Ludwig to get us started.
Thank you, Troy. It's so nice to be here. And I see from the chat box that most of you are master's students. And this is perfect because we want to show you how you can literally go from the master's level straight into the doctoral program. And as Troy has already indicated, we've been working on this for a long time, and we are absolutely delighted to be here. Just a little bit of the background for those who may not be at the American College of Healthcare Sciences. Our mission and vision is to lead the advancement of evidence-based integrative health and wellness through experiential online learning and sustainable practices. I'm emphasizing experiential because of the fact that your doctoral program, we want you out there. Your second course is teaching you how to work with research subjects and protect their rights and deal with getting research out in the field. And of course, we want this at the global community and promoting the sustainable and the healthy future for all. So I know you're all in this same boat with health and wellness. So going through our agenda for today, we'll be covering, as again, Troy had indicated, what is integrative health? It means different things to different people, and what we are offering. We are an online program, but we are allowing you to and making it available to you to have lots of interaction with your cohorts, your other students, as well as the possibility of internships, working outside of the school and in the sciences and practices of the field. We'll go through what you're going to learn. We are so delighted to have the other professors here because we have degree specializations, not only in integrative health, but within that functional nutrition, which that's my field. We have Professor Amanda Lattin, her field is aromatherapy, and we have Dr. Glenn Nagel, his field is herbal medicine. So you can specialize in either of those three or keep it within the field of integrative health. Our other dean, who will hopefully be joining us, is Dr. Lori Holdren, and she is actually a mathematician. She'll assist with statistics and other portions throughout the program. We want to talk about who should be taking this program, what you're going to do with this degree. There's so many things to be done with it. And it is a Doctor of Science, not a PhD. And I can answer those questions too. We'll go through the admission requirements. We'll go through the curriculum and how to apply to it. We'll have a specialist here. Thank you, Troy. What is integrative health? It's such an interesting field that is now so important because it's a pivotal point. And the way that we are teaching it is there is, of course, conventional medicine, which is a huge ecosystem. But in addition, we have complementary and alternative medicine, which we know that's been around for thousands of years. And recently it's been studied scientifically. That's part of it too. And then, of course, there is the self-care. So it's the holistic approach to integrative health. It incorporates the modern science with the holistic health modalities. And you as a practitioner will basically be a bridge between conventional medical recommendations and the complementary and alternative techniques. It's also individualized based upon biochemical individuality. Let's go on with the next slide, please. And the field of integrative health professionals has grown tremendously, as you can see from this slide, which was projected to be, this last year is 2030 in the United States. Basically, 2021, $18.8 billion was spent on complementary and alternative medicine. That means traditional, mind healing, body healing, external energies, and sensory healing. It's projected to increase per year 23.7%. So the need for practitioners to understand the relationship of all of these fields is incredibly important. And that's what we are focused on providing to you. Next slide, please. Now, who's going to enroll in this, in the actual DSC program? As we've talked about, we presented this because we need to contribute to the research and advancement of this growing integrative health industry. And we will indicate how it's important that you have a terminal professional degree at the highest level with specializations in the aromatherapy, functional nutrition, or the herbal medicine. And we have a direct pathway from the master's program to the doctorate for not only our ACHS students, but also the Huntington University graduates. There were quite a few. We have the American College of Healthcare Sciences is aligned with the Huntington University. So those that may have been in prerequisite courses, this is where you can go to get your doctorate. Okay. Please, if you have any questions, put them in the chat box. We'd love to talk to you about your particular field as we go through this. As we've talked about this, there is the incredible increase of integrative health and wellness. Some of it is not reported, and it's as high as 50% in many regions. that are going to the other alternative and complementary treatments. It has certainly been recognized by conventional medicine, and the insurance companies are now increasing their coverage of the use of complementary and alternative medicine, because we're definitely recognizing the difference in the need for individuality. Corporations, as well as gyms and all of those different entities, they are recognizing the need for employee wellness programs. Currently, we have a student in the doctoral program that she is part of a program that advises athletes, actually NBA and football, and in healthcare. And she is pursuing this degree so that she can give nutritional advice, and the whole unit that she is with is improving. Amanda, did you have a question?
Dr. Ludwig, we have a question for you in the chat. I believe it is student attending, asking, how will this program at ACHS support students and graduates in career advancement if a particular graduate isn't a licensed medical professional?
Good question. All right. And I can answer that relative to, as a function of getting a terminal degree. Many states will allow you to get license, but it is not a degree that will allow you to diagnose, treat, or cure, but you're going to be advising, giving education, and developing protocols to improve the health of people. Now, of course, it's aligned with the National Association of Nutrition Professionals, as well as the Herbal associations, as well as the Aromatherapy Association, to which the deans will discuss that when they get to their programs. But that also gives you credentials that will assist you in your actual career and development. But each state is different, especially relative to nutrition, which is influenced a great deal by the registered dietitians, who are now recognizing the need for the holistic approach to diets and healthcare. So if you have any more questions, please let us know. Going on with the market research that has led us to this, the pandemic has certainly been an incredible emphasis for improving the needs for health and wellness, stress level, the school environment for our children. They are definitely going to be needing the holistic approach to health, whether it be psychological, nutrition, and exercise, which all is covered in this. Next slide, please. Oh, and Dr. Holdren, you are here. Hello, thank you for coming in. She is our Dean of General Education. So she'll be here to answer questions. What you will learn in this program, next slide, please. It's basically designed for those health and wellness professionals that are already practitioners, educators, and healthcare professionals, and others that are going to drive the advancement of integrative health and contribute to research in the field of politics and the government regulations. We have to have professionals that know the healthcare field and to protect the consumer and put guidelines in it. So we are dealing with guiding the graduates to develop skills to educate, apply their knowledge in professional and clinical settings, and contribute to the community and global health initiatives. So this is kind of the summary of what's going on that we are targeting. Next slide, please. Program learning outcomes. Of course, you're going to expand your master's program, knowing theory and research to identify, design, and assess integrative health protocols. The ultimate of this is for you to be developing these programs, individual level, governmental level, community level, for improving health. Creating coalitions with, even at the global level, national, state, or community, to promote health policies and environments that support food and health sovereignty. We definitely know that with all of the political dilemma that has been going on with Ukraine and the changes in the food distribution. All of this is important that we have the professionals can advise the governmental people. And you will be evaluating the impact of the ethical, socioeconomic, and the racial influences on the health outcomes. So important in this day and age of delicacy with dealing with different races and ethnicity, which is the basis of our societies. Next slide, please. Bottom line is that you will be implementing integrative health professional, scope of practice, and code of ethics that are based on your specialization. I've already mentioned nutrition, aromatherapy, and the herbal medicine. All of those have a very similar scope of practice and code of ethics relative to what you can do. This is not an MD. This is not a naturopathic degree. You must stay within an education, teaching, advising. And of course, the doctoral dissertation program, which is where the final project, we will assist you all along the way for designing, conducting, as well as even publishing original research in the field of integrative health and functional nutrition, as well as aromatherapy and herbal sciences. And this is going to be demonstrated in your doctoral dissertation project. I'm so excited to be talking about that later on in the discussion. All right, next slide, please. Now, you're going to be learning how to analyze functional nutrition, the physiology, which is Dr. Holdren's field, and the general connection between lifestyle and wellness. You can develop an expertise in the areas of aromatherapy, herbalism, and nutrition. And of course, we have practical experiences. We have oral conferences, one-on-one with your professors, as well as live Zoom sessions with not only your cohorts, but also the professors and experts that are going to come in. Okay. Next slide, please. Of course, you're going to be doing research. You're going to be learning the research methodology, scientific method, biostatistics, bioethics, and you will actually be taking a course that is through the National Institutes of Health. It'll be a certification in protecting human research participants. This is important because we do expect you to be working with human subjects. And as an institution, we need to make sure that the privacy is protected, that there is no bias, there is no conflict of interest. You'll learn effective communication, lots of presentations, teamwork and collaboration, because these are cohorts. This is not a self-paced program. You will learn professionalism through going to scientific conferences. I am part of the National Association of Nutrition Professionals and the chairman of poster presentations. So I encourage all of the students to be presenting poster presentations at the meeting, where I will go, and hopefully you'll go too, and being presentations at these particular meetings. Next slide, please. All right, I'm quickly going to go through the program description, and then I'm going to be handing it off to the deans for them to be talking about different portions of it. Yes, Professor Lattin.
Thank you. We have a request to also discuss prerequisites, especially for people whose masters may not be in an integrative health related field.
Good. Yeah, that's very important, because yes, you can get into this program with a master's degree in any topic, but if it's in accounting, we will have a few prerequisites for you. So I'll talk about that. Good question. All right, next slide, please. We do have the specializations. Actually, Troy, sorry about that. Can you go back to the original? One more. Yes. It's a 60 credit program. There are 44 required credits and there are 16 elective credits. And all of this is, the electives can be within the field that we're going to be talking about now. And indeed, this can be completed in a minimum of 3 years. Your advisors will help you with that. But the 60 credits are the minimum. You may end up with more than 60 credits, especially if you want a specialization. So let's go on, Troy, to I think 2 slides ahead where we get into Professor Latin. Would you please tell us about your courses in the 16 credits specializing in aromatherapy?
Yes, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Amanda Latin. I'm the Dean of Aromatherapy at ACHS. And we are very proud to be one of the few accredited institutions offering aromatherapy classes and degree pathways. And accessing them as part of this program is a real benefit. Aromatherapy is a growing modality in integrative health globally, and really is finding its role in some specialized areas in integrative health that other modalities are really not able to meet. It is being researched for aspects of pain management for various populations, memory care, dementia care, Alzheimer's care, working with different types of PTSD patterns and other mental health patterns. And just, it's an amazing modality. It's in between. It is under the umbrella of botanical medicine, but it is a different type of extract than what you would find in herbalism, and the application methods are different. So with herbalism, predominantly you're going to eat or drink the herbs, maybe do some herbal steams, but with aromatherapy, where you're really taking advantage of these volatile aromatic constituents being able to interact with the body through different pathways. And so it's very non-invasive. It smells good is also a benefit, but there's just phenomenal research coming out on all the different therapeutic benefits of incorporating essential oils into an integrative health plan. So in our classes, you will get to start from the beginning and learn about the theory of aromatherapy, the history of it, how it works. We study over 50 essential oils throughout the program. You will get to learn how they interact with different body systems, how to create an aromatherapy support plan, and you will definitely be up to date on the current aromatherapy research. I have seen our students integrate aromatherapy into some amazing capstone projects and different research projects that they are a part of. They also have taken it back to their current careers in different modalities, into nursing research, into work with veterans. So it's a very interesting modality, and you don't always get the opportunity to explore that in higher education. So we will be happy to foster your passion for aromatherapy as part of your doctorate program.
Thank you. Yeah, that is wonderful. Professor Latin, one more slide back. I wanted to ask you, it's important that all of the people in this audience know that we as deans, we also teach and go to symposiums, which we hope you will come with us as students. In particular, Professor Latin is an expert in the field. I want you to tell us, you have given symposium talks for medical doctors, for nurses, and you've even gone internationally. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those? Because that gives the flavor to this audience of the extent that aromatherapy is being accepted into medical practice. That's where it's going now.
Yes, I have had the great benefit to speak to those different groups, and it is amazing how much it has grown and changed over the last 20 years. Part of it, I think, is driven by need, where there's a need for the solutions that aromatherapy can offer. Also, we've seen previous solutions not be as successful. So, for example, with pain management or depression management, we need new tools that work better. And yes, aromatherapy is definitely an international modality. Some of that is because many of the plants that we extract essential oils from are grown all over the world. So it's not just a US or North America based modality. It's very international, but also because aromatherapy has been more incorporated into healthcare practice and integrative healthcare practice in Europe, in Australia and Asia. So the botanicals kind of guide us on a world tour as we discover them and learn about how different essential oils are used in those cultures. But in terms of conference presentations, well, you know, I'm on the board of directors for the Alliance of International Aromatherapists, which is one of the leading professional aromatherapy organizations, and have been very blessed to participate in their conferences and help to host international conferences. And we've also had other alumni present at similar type of conferences and share their work in aromatherapy. So it's very collaborative, and it's very enriching to get to participate in those types of conferences, not only because it keeps you on the cutting edge of your field, but it really, I think, energizes your work and inspires you to keep pushing yourself professionally.
Excellent. Thank you. Next slide, please. This is my field, functional nutrition. And indeed, you will learn how to work with individuals and incorporating modern science with the health and wellness principles. And you will be developing individualized support wellness programs. We also discuss food policies, environmental issues, governmental issues, because of the fact that we all eat. And it's controlled a great deal by the government and by the industries. So as a function, you will not only be developing lifestyle protocols, but also actually be doing research in that field. My particular field is the inflammatory process and how trace metals, zinc in particular, can improve the inflammatory condition, which is often the basis of so many pathological conditions. So we do have that specialty too. So next slide, please, because I believe, yes, Dr. Glenn Nagel, I'd like to introduce you to him. He is the Dean of Herbal Medicine. And
all right,
yeah,
great to be here. You know, herbal medicine by far has the best name recognition. You know, when you talk about functional nutrition, most people will have a question mark. Aromatherapy is growing. We always think of aromatherapy as aromatic herbal medicine. And so in some ways, herbal medicine's in the middle. You know, aromatherapy to the one side of the coin and functional nutrition, because in this program, as you have the option to have electives in our graduate herbal medicine program, there's 6 graduate herbal medicine classes, and I believe you have to take 6 classes that you can have a specialization in. And so if you're doing functional nutrition with somebody and you recommend a diet and you recommend turmeric, is that nutrition? Is that herbal medicine? The lines are very blurry. You know, we studied in herbal medicine, but it's by far a spice, but it's also, you know, a nutritional support supplement. And so you have access to be able to do 3 of our materia medica classes that get into the detail of systems of herbal medicine, which herbs can be used for inflammation, which herbs can be used for, you know, all types of underlying symptom imbalances. Again, we don't treat or diagnose, but we support. And that's this idea that support, the bar for support is much less than treat or cure. Even in medical doctors, they never say cure, because there's only a handful of diseases that actually can be cured. You know, most of them, you just manage the symptoms until the body does better. And so herbal medicine is a natural complement to nutrition and aromatherapy, because in aromatherapy, all the smells, the terpenes, the components from plants that are aromatic are plants. We're not studying ambergris or, you know, anything else. And so here's this idea that these integrate, but herbal medicine often has a lot of the ability to attract attention. I think when we look at students coming in, they immediately say, I'm interested in herbalism. Because there's this historical model, you know, this country was really founded on an herbal revolution. And I think of studying herbal medicine as like studying the history of the world. because every history had food and herbs that were involved in medicine. And before there were drugs, which is only like 100 years, herbs were the primary treatment for everything from ancient Egypt to China. And so our materia meta classes really expose you to the top 60 Western herbs. And we have kits that are involved in hands-on use of making extracts and making, teas and components that give you, I like to think of it, an herbal practitioner is somewhat like a wine connoisseur. You have to know all the individual herbs, or in this case, analogy to wines. And so we give you the ability to, smell chamomile and taste chamomile and know what good chamomile is. Because as a practitioner or somebody that's going to be researching and using herbs with clients, you need to understand the highest quality and the therapeutics. And so same thing with food, same thing with aromatherapy, that we give you exposure to these kits and the ability to understand what quality is. So that's what's exciting about the herbal medicine program. I'm a professional member of the American Herbalist Guild, and you can become an RH, registered herbalist. Requires academic hours and clinical hours. Our programs don't line up completely, but it gets you a long ways toward becoming a registered herbalist. And of course, in this country, the United States, herbalism, there's no licensing for herbalism. And so anybody at any point can recommend herbs. If you're a nutritionist and you're working under a nutritionist license, again, herbs fall in nutrition. And so they're often, because they're sold and used as nutritional support agents or supplements, right? Again, we're not treating individual diseases. And so it's a great complement. I mean, I think if I was in this program, I'd have a hard time not getting all of the subspecialties, because nutrition, herbal medicine, aromatherapy really go hand in hand in my own clinical experience over the years. It's hard to separate a cup of chamomile tea from herbal medicine and aromatherapy, because as you're drinking it, you're also smelling it, and it immediately affects your mind. Or as I mentioned, things like turmeric or kava or maca. These are all on the lines of nutrition and herbal. And so it's a great exposure and can give you professional satisfaction and can lead you down the road to professional herbalism.
Thank you. That was fantastic. And indeed, we all work together to make this work. And I'm now going to go, I think the next slide is Dr. Lori Holdren, who kind of pulls this all together, being the physiology and dealing with those things. So Dr. Holdren.
Hi there, welcome. I'm so glad to be here today. The interdisciplinary courses that you'll be taking go along with the general education program that I oversee. And you get to take 16 elective credits. So some of you may be taking classes in anatomy and physiology and health coaching and pathology, and that allows you to get a broader approach in your expertise field. So there's different professors who are teaching these classes. A lot of them are naturopathic doctors, and they have their own practices. So they're able to share their experiences in these fields with you as you are learning in your doctorate program.
Perfect. Yes, that's so important, because you kind of bring it all together, putting it back into the I'll be dealing with digestive system, and you'll bring it all back to the whole body of the physiology and the anatomy. And it's so important. I do want to share with you at our graduation, our live graduation, we all deans went on a walk, and Dr. Nagel and Professor Latin shared with us a walk in the park, showing us what could be eaten, smelled. I added a little bit about what could be eaten on that, but we got just a wonderful exposure based upon putting all of these fields together, because that's where it's so important that you work all together, and we get that at this school. So I wanted to make you all aware of that. Oh, and I looked in the chat, one of the students one of the persons that is at this is a master's student in music. And I've got to say, yes, this program would be yours. You would have to take some prerequisite courses, but of course, music therapy is a alternative technique. And of course, Dr. Nagel is a musician, and often he will be talking to us about the guitar, and you play the mandolin too, as I recall. So we are a diverse group of people here. I wanted to make you aware of that. Let's get back to the program. Next slide, please. I want to go over, before we get into prerequisites, I know that was a question. The doctoral dissertation project is actually 12 credits. You have a choice of making it either research or experimental, which is what I encourage. I am an experimentalist. All of my research has been in the laboratory and with people. However, you can do a straightforward literature review where you are recognizing a gap in the literature and exploring it and finding a hole, filling a hole with bringing some of the literature together to show how it fits. And of course, so many people actually develop the health care protocol, which they may or may not use in dealing with subjects. So we encourage you to actually get out there. You will have a committee member of 3 members. The chief academic officer and the president may attend some of your committee meetings. You will have a chairperson that will be your primary instructor, and your choice of people on the committee, it's your choice with the advice of all of the professors to help you along the way. So next slide, please. Going on with some of these dissertations that have already been done by past students. Experimental ones have been aligned with the Neuroscience Institute. It's located at Overlook Medical Center in New Jersey. The actual graduate worked with a MD who working with children with Tourette's syndrome. She did a multimodal dietary treatment that dealt with intermittent fasting to kind of cleanse them, but also then nutrition program, as well as exercise and stress relief. Another one has been a person that is a long distance runner, and she has a group of developing a program that was about 6 weeks, and her participants then competed and showed improvement in their time in the long distance. So these are examples of our experimental procedures. Next type is, next slide, please. The literature review, one of the most important ones that has come out of this program has been magnesium missing in the drinking water in municipal cities. And she showed just through literature that where the cities that have lacking magnesium, it corresponds with high levels of cardiovascular disease. So important. It doesn't show cause, but it shows a relationship. And that's so important to develop it. And she's gone on and published with that one. Another one developed a healthcare protocol, which was actually a 21-day purification program. And this was, she used the trans-theoretical model to develop that. Let's go on to the next slide. And I think let's next one, because we'll talk about who should be taking this. Obviously, those who want to further their knowledge in the healthcare and maybe even gain more employment or change their practice to facilitate a change in profession. We've had quite a few students that are now in it that are nurse practitioners and are already psychologists that are augmenting their professional career. Of course, the ACHS students and graduates and healthcare workers that are recognizing the need for the changes. And if you have any master's program, as we've talked about, you can qualify for this program. Let's go on to the next slide. How are you going to use this? You're going to use it as a nutrition, healthcare, integrative health and nutrition practitioners, like that first slide, to kind of be the bridge between the differences in conventional medicine, complementary, and self-care. Now, we do have many of our graduates that are employed in the dietary supplement manufacturers. $1 billion business, right? right? They want our expertise, our graduates' expertise in it. Of course, educators, you can go into higher education, research and academia, and the corporate sector, of course. And then, of course, we have graduates that have their professional speakers, writers, and authors publishing. So those are some of our graduates. Next slide, please. These are our graduates that have done well in the program. That's actually her website that flashed on there. She was the actual one that had done the work with, she's also an integrative functional associated with the IFM organization. Next slide, because I really want to quickly go down to the program. This is an author. She herself is an acupuncturist who took the DSC degree. She is an author. She teaches at acupuncturist in Berkeley and teaches there the same resources. Now we are getting to admission requirements. Next slide, please. You must have a master's degree, but it can be in any field, such as the person in the music. You may have to take a prerequisite. We'll review that for you. And you'll apply for the admission, and you will need to be able to commit at least 9 hours per week per each 3-credit course. Our foundation level courses in this program are 4-credit courses, so that requires 12 hours per week to meet the criterion for successful completion. You will also meet with me, because it's important that I make sure that this meets your needs. Not only does the program meet your needs, but that we can expand and develop your expertise in that. Next slide, please. The actual curriculum, which I'm very, very proud of, as we've already talked about, it's located here. Go on to the next slide, because I'm hoping it's our list of foundation level courses. Now, first you will start off with these 5 courses. They are all based on health protocols on, like I said, your second one, research and bioethics, environmental nutrition, GI tract. You'll be studying, as well as the process of detoxification, because so much of our environment is toxic. Just the local environment that your office or the bathroom may be exposed to mold. So we educate you on these courses. And of course, to me, the basis of disease, inflammation, immunity, and the role that nutrition plays in this. Once you complete these courses, then you would take a foundation level exam to make sure that you can advance to your upper level courses. And right in after these, then you would be taking your elective courses, which will be on the next slide. Coming back then to the doctoral program, you'll study biostatistics. You will have a course that will give you an idea of what you might want to do for your actual dissertation. You'll have a comprehensive exam on the entire program that encompasses all the courses you've had, and then you will begin your dissertation series. Next slide, please. These are, if you choose to develop a specialty in functional nutrition, these are your 4 courses you were taking, but you also can take the 16 courses in either aromatherapy, herbal medicine, the actual courses in integrative health, as these 2 are, and all of these being under the auspices of Dr. Holdren in integrative health to help you develop your expertise in integrative health. Let's go on to the next slide, please.
Dr. Ludwig, before we move on, there one question that sort of relates to this. So someone that has a master's in music that we've spoken about is asking would the completion of the grad cert in health and wellness, which they're currently enrolled in, fulfill any prerequisite requirements if they have a master's and they complete the grad cert?
If it's the graduate level certificate, which I believe it is, and I see that, and you've had some anatomy and physiology in that, which should be a prerequisite course, and nutrition, yes, you could go straight into the program. So we'll have to look at your transcript to see, because the prerequisites are nutrition and some anatomy and physiology in there. So good question. Okay. Additionally, if you are students may transfer up to 9 credits of study into their actual doctorate program. This can be from a transfer from an ACHS program that awarded credits towards the DSC degree, or it can be credits at the comparable level from another accredited university. So those would have to be reviewed by the registrars, and I can advise you on that when we meet prior to your admission to the program, and we can talk about that. So good questions. I think we're about the end of the slide presentation, and we're getting now into the admissions. We have a team here, and you will have to be submitting your application. Your electronic transcripts will have to be sent in for registrar. You have to meet with not only the admissions advisor, but also with me, and then you will receive your recommendation for admission. This also includes a letter of reference and any questions. And this is how the admission process works. You'll have a dedicated advisor. And I think, Troy, can you go ahead and go through, because he's part of the admissions team?
Absolutely.
Have you
So,
go through this? Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot to consider here. There's a lot of questions that come out through this process. In admissions, we're committed to, we can never be as expert as the deans on the panel today, but our specialty is to listen to what your questions are, any concerns that you have, help you put plans together, but also connect you with these resources that we have. So you do have a dedicated advisor that will work with you on the more administrative pieces of the application process, what to do, when to do it, when the deadlines are, things like that. So you don't have to keep all of that in your head. We can help facilitate the meeting with Dr. Ludwig. And we can help you kind of put your best foot forward when you submit the application to the admissions committee. So having everything squared away before it goes, it's all reviewable. And then in combination with the deans, what's the best track to go into? We've discussed, there's different options, whether it be specialization or integrative health model. So if you have questions about, well, what's going to be the right thing for me, I would just encourage you to reach out, set up. If you haven't requested information already, go ahead and do that on our website, and that will connect you automatically with someone. If you've already done that and are still thinking about things, reach back out to your advisor and schedule a meeting with them at any time so that we can help plug you in where you need to be. And just a quick note while we are on this topic, our priority application deadline is coming up on December 1st, and registration deadline being on December 8th. So we like to encourage, if this is something that you're considering, to make sure your materials are in by those deadlines so we can be helping you with that. If you are not able to apply or get everything completed by those deadlines, don't worry, we can still help you out. But those are just the deadlines that we set to maximize the amount of time for review, acceptance, planning, and any kind of shipping of materials that might need to happen to you. So, but if you're not sure when to do things, just reach out and we can put a timeline together for you.
Good information. Let me add here too, because I didn't go over, sorry, Troy, I'm kind of going back to our professors because they are all terminally degrees. And indeed, we have one who is a PhD and was an Olympic contestant in the decathlon. Exercise is so important for health, and he will be teaching some of these courses also. So I wanted to give you an idea of our spectrum of instructors in the field. So Troy, I'll turn this back out over to you. Troy, are you there? Because this is our...
Sorry about that. Yes, this is our admissions team, just to kind of wrap up the admissions part of this. Again, if you've already reached out for with a request for information, or if you've already started your application, then you no doubt have received information or an outreach from one of these team members. If you haven't been connected with anyone yet, I would encourage you to put in a request for information. But if you'd like to just start off with setting up a meeting, which sometimes people just rather go ahead and start talking, any of these folks can help you with that. The web address at the bottom there, you can go directly to their calendar to schedule time with them at a time that works best for you. So we're looking forward to supporting you and appreciate all the program deans on today and all the support they give as well.
All right, should we open this up for a few questions? We have a few in here. Actually, person from Mexico, right? I see you have a doctor of medicine from Mexico, and you ask, you of course have the HIPAA classes, and we would have to look at your review of the transcript, but I anticipate that some of them would be transferable into the doctoral program. So contact some of our advisors, and I'd love to talk with you also too. Any other questions do we have? Got us all here. Be great to have you be a part of the program. We'd like to think that it's a program that encourages interaction and camaraderie. So, all right, lots of comments. We have a question from Joseph, undergraduate in health and wellness, and you are doing the graduate certificate for integrative health. Yes, that definitely, the graduate certificate. Let's go ahead and have you talk with that. You'll have to get an actual master's degree, but because of the programs at ACHS, they are stackable. So you can roll right in from the graduate certificate to the master's and then into the doctorate program. So hopefully that answers the question. Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments? All right. Thank you all for attending. Professors, thank you so much. Thank you, Troy and Gina in the background for the success of this.
And we will be sending out a recording of today's webinar a little bit later on today. So we appreciate you joining. And if you have any questions that pop up after we wrap up today, again, feel free to reach out to the admissions team, and we will either answer your questions or get you to someone that can.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Have a great afternoon.
Take care, everybody.